For the next game, I'm going to name the developer and I'm going to say Nerduke. If it's different, let us know. The next game is called Orbital Onslaught, and Mircea says this is an awesome Nerduke instant hit.
It's like all of them are instant hits. I don't know, this man is magical. He like churns them out one after the other with no decrease in quality. He's really magical. I'd like to talk to him sometime.
Maybe we have him as a guest on the show sometime, I hope.
Well, that would be awesome.
Well, I appreciate his style. I love the way he draws his characters and the interface he makes to all his games. And I also love, and I hope he keeps it up, I love the way he spits out games every month or so. It's just awesome.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing. Like he's churning them out one after the other, and they're not even like, it's not like they're all medieval. The ones in the future, ones with the hamster, ones with robots, and even the gameplay is different.
Exactly, that's the best thing about it. I mean, he comes up with new inventive gameplays every month. It's just great.
You see, that has some disadvantages too, because even though this was an awesome gameplay idea, like placing units, stuff like that, not a tower defense, but more like a tower dispatch thing, it was really short, and it left me craving for more. At least if he let me play it to infinity, I think I would have more than the badge. Because the idea is great, but since there aren't enough levels to actually, savor it, you're kind of left with the shallow memory of the game, which really deserves more.
Well, you can always replay it and try new units and combos.
Yeah, but replaying it feels like starting from scratch when you worked so hard to gather such a cool team.
This brings us to our last game that got badges last week. I mean, well, we are called This Week in Kongregate, but we're actually talking about last week's badges.
We can't tell the future, so.
The game is called Picma Squared, and it's frequently compared to Minesweeper.
It's actually Minesweeper.
It's actually infinitely better than Minesweeper. Excuse me.
What?
I just love it so much more.
Yeah, well, you get colors and stuff, and you actually make images, whereas Minesweeper is random. But it's the same gameplay.
Exactly. I would argue that it's not the same gameplay because this is a game that has numbers for the surrounding tiles and including the center tile, which makes it even more challenging, I think.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, and you have all the numbers from the beginning, so that's the difference.
Exactly.
It's a nice thinking game, and I like going through it. I started before it got badges, and yeah, some of the puzzles took a day or more, and I just couldn't finish them, so I left them. And when I came back, they were really easy, and you get that, oh my god, why didn't I do this feeling?
Yeah, if you're trying the game and you find it hard, just set out to do one thing. Never ever try to guess. The answer is always there. You're just not seeing it. Just try seeing it harder. And you should always make use of both colors and the tiles that you can mark with X, so that you know where you shouldn't put anything.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that's where it's infinitely better than Minesweeper.
Exactly.
Because in Minesweeper, you have to guess sometimes. Exactly. And that sucks, because you always guess wrong.
You never guess in this game. And that's so beautiful. Yeah. That concludes our Badges of the Week section for this week. And boy, did we have more content than last week. Did we love it? Yep. Next, we're going to be talking about some of the fresh games of the week that we think are worth mentioning. And one of the games that really blew my mind last week was Sky Island. While I find it interesting that it didn't get badges, I still think it's worth mentioning because the game actually changes your perspective, literally changes the perspective on platformer games. You start out in a 2D world, and then when you can't advance, you just shift it in 3D, and it changes the whole thing.
I really liked and would like to bring attention to Flood Runner 3, which was shortly in the Hot New Games category, but I don't know why it got out. It's another cave runner, but a good one this time that I really liked. It's like Cannibal, but you have like special moves, and you can catch. You can ride dragons in this game and catch on fire, turn bees on fire, punch a shark, so.
If you have time between grinding for badges, you should really try these games out. Even though they don't have badges, they're actually awesome to play. Next, we're going to introduce a new section called A Link to the Past, where we're going to be talking about games from the past that got badges in the past on Kongregate, and we'd like to bring your attention to them again.
This isn't really from the distant past, but it's a game I liked a lot, and it's called High Tea. It's about trading in the Eastern market with drugs, so you can bring tea back to London. I like the concept of the game, and I would love to play a board game version of it with friends and stuff.
That would actually be quite interesting, and especially if you could generate the randomness of the market.
Yeah, well, you could have cards for that, or smart people could think it out.
Yeah, smart people should generate a board game out of this. Maybe even the developer, if he's smart enough.
I'd buy it.
I would too. It's actually a great trading game. The game I'd like to plug this week is Back to the Cubature 1.
I think it's Cubature.
Cubature, yes. What did they say? Cubature?
Cubature.
Yeah, that's how I read it. This was a great game. I love the voice acting in it. I love the puzzles that they inserted in. It's just a great adventure game. I played it once, and I even replayed it. You don't usually replay adventure games, but I actually replayed this one.
I really think more games should have voice acting, because it really brings it to the next level, It's like watching a movie.
Exactly. Especially adventure games should have that.
So that's it for our show. We hope you're still listening to this, and as always, we're glad to hear your feedback and suggestions on the forums. See ya!
See ya! Orbital Onslaught is another Nerdook instant hit, you say. Why is that?
Is it Nerdook?
I don't know. Do you want to start over? How do you want me to?
I don't know. You said like nerd.
Nerdook.
And then just say Nerdook from the start.
Nerdook?
I don't know. Nerdook.
Nerdook. I'm gonna call it Nerdook.
Okay, please correct us if it's wrong.
Oh, wait. Let's do this over again.